Hi strangers, so a little while ago you might remember I made a video in which I packed up a bunch of things and shoved them into my closet. Well, here I am in my new apartment and most of my things are packed in boxes and shoved into my closet. So I want to unpack. Now the reason I think this might be interesting is because during that video I looked in some of the boxes and found some treasures that I had forgotten about or had been lost for a while. So that's all I'm going to do today is unpack a bunch of boxes and see what treasures I find. Now I've been packed for several years now. When I first moved to Utah, I moved in with an aunt and uncle and their family. And they made up a bedroom specifically for me. It had some furniture custom made even. And it was a really comfortable bedroom. And it had no windows, which was excellent because I have serious sleeping problems. So it was a really great room. And I didn't have too much stuff at the time because, you know, I had just moved. And I kept a lot of stuff in New York. I still made that room feel like my room. And I decorated it. And I liked that room. I only lived there for less than a year, probably 9 months. And then I moved in with a different aunt and uncle because their house was empty. It was just the two of them. They had one son and he had moved out. So I took his bedroom, and it never felt like my bedroom. It felt like I was spending my time in somebody else's room. And it was a big room, and it had a giant bed, and big bookcases, and I just was never really comfortable there. And I unpacked a little bit, but I never made it mine. And I only lived there for 5 or 6 months, and then I moved into the last place, which was horrible. As soon as we got that place, we wanted out as soon as possible. So we always figured 1 year. We'll have a 1-year lease, and then we'll find someplace clean. And that didn't happen. We stayed there for 4 years because we never found the next place. And that whole time, you know, I packed up all my things, whatever I had unpacked from my aunt and uncle's, and I took it to the last place, and I put it in a bookcase, and I left it there, and I didn't unpack because I figured, what's the point? I'm going to be moving again soon anyway, and I didn't really care about making that place feel like mine. The point is, all of my stuff was just packed for 4 years, packed in boxes. And you know, you saw me. I peeked in some of those boxes. And said, "Ooh, yeah, look at this. This is neat. I remember getting this." So that's what we're doing today. I'm excited about unpacking for the first time in 4 years. So here we go. Boxes, one box at a time. It's a kitty. Oh, I should have pointed out things I already have out. He has not weathered very well. And some portal cubes. And the lions, I don't know where I'm going to hang them, probably just right here. Over here, those are games. In our old place, those were in the living room, but I have room for them in the bedroom, so I'm going to keep them here. These are bookmarks, but it's just some magic artwork. A cube I made out of homunculus tokens. Another magic cube, pretty self-explanatory. And here is Blind Phantasm. Maybe I have a thing for cubes. Another kitty! I kind of need to snuggle, because that's what cats do. Oh, and a skunk. Okay, look, more cubes. So I've got a 5 by 5 Rubik's Cube, which is fun, and a Sudoku Rubik's Cube, which is horrible. I cannot solve this thing. I am not smart enough. It's missing a number, so that's bad. And this one, we've got another Rubik's puzzle that's, believe it or not, also a cube. This is another one I can't solve. A friend gave me, and it's just the worst thing. I feel so stupid trying to play with this thing. I got one side. Ooh, check me out. Aha! Here's my favorite. The 12-sided Rubik's. My phone is talking to me. I'm busy recording a video. A couple of oversized dice, and that's the first box done. Basic Rubik's. I don't know what you call these things. You know, you around like that. Back when I was working, I had a thumb injury. It's like a fracture or something. I don't know. At the time, I wanted to say it was arthritis, but these days I think it was probably broken or hyperextended or dislocated or something. And that was great therapy. I will, on occasion, buy decks of cards for testing my own card games and scribble on them. So you can see there's writing on these cards. This is my favorite comic book series. Not much of a comic book guy, but this one I really like. It's really creepy. I have the complete collection right there. Here is a Sunday comic that I quite like. I have their first book, Cowan Boy. I don't think I've ever actually read through this whole thing, so I'm gonna leave this out and read. I found that number and a button. Magic cards. Yeah. All right, all of my magic cards. Oh, here's the Here's the box that I got so excited about last time. I know right where it is now. All of these cards I'm just going to keep under my bed. That's where my magic cards are going to live. Looks like sentimental things. That's weird. Why would I have a box of sentimental things? The original Oreo pie recipe written down. I am seeing hints of something in there that I might want to keep out. I know some of you will recognize what these are. My sisters made these, and for one of my birthdays, decorated the apartment. That's where that little paper cube comes from as well. I should hang these up for sure. The rest of that stuff would just go in the closet. More magic cards. Just go under the bed. Easiest thing ever. Air mattress. Magic cards. 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 And Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Just kidding, they're more magic cards. Also, not Yahtzee, magic cards. Oh, I was looking for this bag. A little item from my best friend's wedding. A little goofy clock that says it's currently 7:30, even though it's noon. What? More buttons? More magic cards. I don't want them. I don't know where to put them. Why? Just why? It's almost as if I really like that game. Ow, I'm bleeding. That's a bummer. Ooh, PlayStation games. You remember I couldn't find the case. I found the case. I gotta put my printer somewhere. That's a problem. Here's all my origami books. Okay, I guess it's supposed to go right there. Yeah, move over, kittens. Small selection of Nero Wolf books. And this here, whoa, let's not drop everything. It's one of my other favorite comic series, Bone. It's the complete masterpiece, let's call it. Putting books in a bookcase. That just feels weird. Handful of DVDs. Let's take a look. This is Wonder Falls, which is a TV show that lasted a couple episodes. But this is the complete series. Nobody's ever heard of it. Ooh, one of the greatest MMA events of all time. Ratatouille, which I got as a present from a friend, and I love it. First season of Survivor Man. This is Macross Plus, which is one of my favorite animes. The movie edition. I don't even know what that means. Here's something else I have to hang up. I just pointed these out in my last video. Prints from my brother that I really like. So I think these will go probably over there. A couple important things. A wrist brace for when my carpal tunnel's acting up, and a thumb brace for when my thumb injury starts rearing its head again. Here's the wireless router that Nathan so kindly gave me. A bunch of CDs. Some of these are actually good. Who listens to CDs anymore? No idea what's in this box. Here's my VidCon goodie bag. Let's see what's in here. A Sharpie. Other than that, just memories. Okay. Ooh, video games. Love this game. Love this game. I tolerate this game. More video games. These are the games I brought from Utah to New York. Other way around. I pointed this out last time. Yeah. That's a treasure right there. Also, more magic cards. So this is a kid's toy. And I don't remember how this started, but it's just the most annoying thing ever, and it was re-gifted a few times just to be annoying. And then after I moved to Utah, pretty much right after I moved to Utah, my sister sent me a package, and this was in it, and it said, "Thinking of you, but thinking of myself more." So horrible. Shut up! Oh, here's another little Rubik's that my little cousin gave me. It's actually slightly harder than the normal colored Rubik's Cube because it's pictures. My Nintendo controller mint. I also have a Nintendo controller wallet these days. Ooh. I'm not nerdy at all. When I was a kid, I would buy a lot of action figures. And sort of the last action figures that I really loved were the Beast Wars Transformers. So on my trip to New York a year ago, I decided to save one of them and give the rest to Goodwill or something. This is the one I saved because he just looks so cool. Oh, are we done yet? Some singamajigs. I can't remember if I showed those off last time. some of my games. Notebook. Always need notebooks. And back when I was working, I would always have a notebook in my pocket. For one thing, I would take work-related notes. It did happen on occasion. I don't remember why, but mostly I would just write down game ideas and magic ideas, ideas for decks, you know. Here are my shades. Oh yeah, you don't have to tell me. And importantly, my paper cutter. So when I make my games, I can print them out and cut them. And I have no idea where to put it, because it's big and dangerous. That's it. I'm unpacked. Thanks for joining me.